Hello students, welcome to VTU Guru. ಈ ವಿಡಿಯೋದಲ್ಲಿ ಇಂಟ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಟು ಸಿ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮಿಂಗ್ ಈ ಒಂದು ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ಗೆ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ನಾನು ನಿಮಗೆ ಪ್ರೊವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ಮಾಡೆಲ್ ವೈಸ್ ಇದೆ, ಒನ್ ಬೈ ಒನ್ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗೋಣ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೆಲ್, ಡಿಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬ್ ದ ಕಾಂಪೊನೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ದಟ್ ಮೇಕ್ ಅಪ್ ಎ ಕಂಪ್ಯೂಟರ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ಅ suitable diagram. What is a variable in C? List the naming rules for variables and explain printf and scanf with syntax and examples. Write an algorithm and draw a flowchart to calculate the area and perimeter of a circle. Also, define what an algorithm is. Explain the layout of a C program. Write a sample C code to show the structure of a C program. Define tokens in C. What are the various types of tokens used in C programming? Explain the classification of computers based on processing speed, memory capacity, and cost. What are the key features of a computer? Define a computer in simple terms. Describe the general architecture of a computer system and explain its basic organization. Okay, next model 2. Write a C program that performs basic calculator function using a switch statement. What are the expression, operands and operators in C? Describe the types of operators with examples. Define iterative control statements. Explain various types of loops in C with examples, syntax and flowcharts. Compare and contrast while and do while loops with proper syntax. Explain type casting and type conversion in C using suitable examples. Explain the use of break, goto and continue statements in C with examples. Describe the role of conditional operator in C with syntax and an example. What are conditional or decision control statements in C? List and describe different types with syntax and flowchart. Okay, next model 3. Write a program in C to calculate the factorial of a number using recursion. Describe the concept of actual and formal parameter with examples. Define functions in C. Write the syntax for defining and declaring functions. Create a C program to add two numbers using call by value. Explain how values are passed to a function. Use the example of swapping two variables. Differentiate between call by reference and call by value methods. Also explain the different scopes of variables with an example. Describe the concept of a recursion. List its advantages and limitations. Explain the purpose of different storage classes in C with relevant examples. Write a C program to balance the constants B1, B2 and B3 in a simple chemical equation given input values X, Y, P and Q. Okay, next model 4. Explain the declaration and initialization of a one-dimensional array in C with an example. Write a C program that inputs two m into n matrices and calculate the sum of corresponding elements to store in a third matrix. Define what a string is in C. Explain how string variables are declared and initialized with examples. Develop a C program to read and display a 2 into 2 into 2 array. Write a program to input two m into n matrices, multiply them element wise and store the result in a third matrix. Validate compatibility rules. Explain two-dimensional arrays in C with declaration, initialization and an example. Write a program to read and display the contents of a 3 into 3 matrix. Describe how sprintf and scanf functions work with example use cases. Next model, model 5, last model. What are pointers? Describe the declaration and initialization with relevant examples. List and describe the commonly used character handling function in C with examples. What is an array of strings? Explain the programmatic example. Write a C program to read and display information of n students using structures. List various applications where pointers are useful in C programming. Explain the definition and use of structures in C with an appropriate example. Without using library functions, write a C program to calculate the length of a given string. List the various string manipulation functions in C and explain their usage with examples. Okay students, ಪೈ ಮಾಡ್ಯೂಲ್ ನಾವು ಕವರ್ ಮಾಡಿವಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್. ನಿಮಗೆ ಈ ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಇಷ್ಟ ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಮತ್ತು ಸಬ್ಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ವಾಚಿಂಗ್.